Good evening. We are here after the two National League games today. My name is Phil Stubley. We are here on Leeds Hockey Club TV. I'm here with Ollie Lumley, ladies coach, and Lewis Butcher, men's coach. I often get that wrong. Have I got it right?
You have.
Excellent. So we'll go to Ollie first. Ollie, you've had a fantastic start to the season. Last time we spoke to Katie, it was just after your first game. So give us a quick roundup of the couple of games after that, and then we'll come on to today.
So yeah, we drew that game 0-0 with Durham. We then played away at Leicester and won 1-0. We then had Alton up here at home and drew 1-1. Played away last weekend and lost to Ben Reading 2-1, and we've just lost today 2-0 against Swansea.
Okay, so a lot of tight games there, but for you guys, that's a really, really good start to the season.
Yeah, we're pleased with where we're at overall. I think in context, each game, particularly the last three games, we've come off the pitch. I think we've played really well. Had plenty of chances, probably not converted them, and really, feel disappointed only to get 1 point in the last three games, if we're honest. But overall, the girls have been great in pre-season and the start of the year. Responded well to what we're asking of them and what we're asking of each other. So we're in a good place overall. Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, brilliant. So 2-0 today against Swansea, 2-0 defeat. I only caught the second half. Just talk us through that game.
We started quite brightly. Swansea are a well-established National League side. In the old sort of Conference West, they tend to finish towards the top, so we knew it would be a tough game. They're currently top of the league. They've won 4 in a row. But we started well. We got into the game, and we just had a sort of a 5-10 minute wobble where we gave a silly pass away out from an outlet perspective and conceded, and then a short corner conceded there, and then we grew into the game as we have done the last few weeks. Plenty of short corners, plenty of open play chances. Goalkeeper played well, but I think we reflect and we walk off thinking we as a team and as a group of players need to take responsibility for putting the ball in the goal.
Okay, you've got a double header this weekend. Bit of that kind of north-south travelling for these southern teams. They have to play 2 games, helps us move. Belper tomorrow. What's your thoughts ahead of that?
So we've got Belper at home tomorrow. Last season, I think we lost both games. They were quite narrow games. Belper are currently bottom with 0 points, but that doesn't really tell the story. If you look at their games this year, they've been narrow defeats. So we expect a tough game. Belper haven't played today, so that's a bit of an advantage to them, I suppose. But hey, that's the way it is. We've just got to deal with it. We'll have 16 players tomorrow, so we'll be looking to bounce back from today's defeat and put a good performance in.
Okay, overall kind of thoughts of your current position, of where you are?
I think overall we are happy, but I feel like we could be higher. And if we'd, potentially maybe 4, 5, 6 points better off than what we currently are, we'd feel more comfortable. We're definitely going to be a little bit up and down this year in terms of we'll pick up some results when we shouldn't do, and then there'll be games like today we come off and thinking we should get more out of it. But overall we're happy. Let's just want to see the girls respond tomorrow and put in a big performance and hopefully get the result.
Excellent. Okay, well, good luck tomorrow against Belper.
Cheers.
Thank you very much for your
Thanks
time. We'll move on to men's ones coach Lewis Butcher. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm right.
It's been a tough few weeks. Let's go through where were we last? What was the first game we saw?
We were here versus Durham.
Okay, we'll move on from that one.
We lost, yeah.
Okay, talk us through the last few results, and then we'll come on to today again, similar to what we did with Ollie.
We then went to Alton away, and frankly got hammered. We lost 6-0, and we didn't turn up. So unlike the Durham game, where the scoreline would suggest that we got hammered, we didn't in that Durham game. We had our own chances, just didn't convert, and they were very clinical. So probably deserved to lose that game, but certainly not by that margin of scoreline. Alton, we absolutely deserved to lose by that scoreline. We were dreadful. We then came home, played Bowden at home, and we lost 4-2. But actually, were much more encouraging. They scored the 4th goal very late in the game from a corner from a very good traffic. And it came as a result was us pushing to try and get the draw at 3-2. So you kind of say, well, we might as well lose 4-2 as opposed to 3-2 and go for it. So we're much more encouraged with that. And then we went away to Nottingham and beat them 2-1. And really, that's probably the first time I've seen this team gel properly. So I think in the Durham interview we talked quite a lot about we have a short pre-season, and it's a bit of a transition year for us. We've had quite a lot of new signings, so I would say that our squad is the strongest it's ever been. It's certainly stronger than it was last year, but it just takes a bit of time to bed those new guys in, and Nottingham it did. And I actually think they bedded in very well today, despite the nature of the outcome. I was actually very, very impressed with our application and our process and performance today.
Okay, but sometimes time isn't always on your side. Results are going against you. Big win away last week.
Yep.
So how did we follow that up today?
Well, we lost the game 4-3, but as I say, for large periods of that game, I felt we dominated.
So who are we playing today?
We were playing Cardiff Met.
Okay.
And if you look at the league as it stands, Cardiff are running away with the league. They've scored a hatful of goals. I think they've scored no less than 5 goals in every game. They've generally only conceded 1 or 2 goals, and we've scored a lot of corners. Our corner defence today was exceptional. We didn't concede a penalty corner goal. They didn't get a corner in the second half, but unfortunately we didn't win any corners. We've got a stroke. But that's probably where they were better than us. They were a bit better in the circle. We got into the D, but if I'm honest, their keeper didn't have to make too many saves, and that's probably just a reflection of how well they defended their circle, and probably just that little bit that's missing. But our approach play was the best it's been for a long time. Our press was very good. We created loads of pressure. We were winning the game until we conceded 2 quite sloppy goals. So I said to the guys after the game, yes, outcome is important because ultimately points on the board matter, but it's irrelevant. It's not an irrelevance, but we played very well, and if we take that level of performance into most games, I think most games will actually win the game. We just happen to be against a very, very good Cardiff side today.
Yeah, and so they're top of the league. They've won 4 games.
Yeah.
There was clear chances for us in that game.
It'll be 5.
There was plenty of chances
Yep.
for us to take that game.
Yep.
And put it to bed.
Yep.
1 win in 5. It's tough. I don't want to be asking these questions, Lewis, but I've got to. I mean, do you feel a bit like Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer?
You idiot.
Nothing to do with him being a Man U fan.
No, because he has a massive rebuilding job to do. I don't. We are. In
That's not about him losing his job. It's more a Man United thing, by the way.
Yeah, no. We're both. I guess the parallels are we're both in transition phases in terms of the squads, but our squad is much better than United's.
But like I say that, but it was 4-3. There was plenty of chances. We could have taken control of that game. We could have won that game.
Yep.
They didn't look like the top of the league table team there. The game looked very even. We looked very competitive.
So that's credit to
game.
us. That's credit to us.
But we need to win the game.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. And what I would say is every player.
We all said a lot of things on the sideline. It's very easy to say it.
Yeah, and the players they applied themselves. One of the things I said to them at the end of the game was what we've not been good at is applying tactical changes in the game. So when we see something, quite often it takes time for us to really think it through, and we don't necessarily play it in the game. We kind of just go to default. But today they really applied themselves. So yeah, all you can do is to create chances. The technical stuff will get better. I have no concerns that if we have that level of performance every week, and as I said, it's improved every week, we will have no problems. And this is not the game that we would have thought we would be winning. If we play like that against the teams that will be in and around where we are, then we'll be fine.
Okay, let's talk about who we got over the next couple of weeks, where and what's happening there.
We have a week
and
off.
Where are we in the league?
Well, I haven't seen today's results. Today, or before the game, we were 3rd bottom. There were 2 teams below us with no points, I think, or maybe one with 1. But we had 3 points, obviously, from the Nottingham game. We have a week off now.
All right, how's that come?
Because it's the Olympic qualifiers, so nobody's playing National League hockey next weekend.
Have we got any Olympic players?
No, but it's a decision made by England Hockey, so it's out of our hands. But that's, actually quite a nice place to pause and just reflect, and it means that we can try out a few things. We've got 2 weeks, and it helps actually because both universities have some quite big away trips. So actually, it couldn't be better time for us because it would have hurt us if we were playing on the weekend. So it's a good thing, and we'll be ready to go when we come back. I forget who we're playing in 2 weeks' time. Loughborough, I think.
Okay, so we've got a few more games before Christmas. What are your aims for those games?
Well, we aim to win every game, obviously. So that's the aim. We'll get as many points as we can.
Excellent. Scrape any 1-0 wins away
If
on a Thursday night.
If that's what happens, then yeah, great. I don't really care how they come, as long as our performance is good, and it'll happen.
Okay. Any other people that you want to kind of stand out with performances? Fish was playing against his old club today. How do you think he felt? How do you think he played?
Yeah, he did all right. yeah, I think it was a big emotional game for him, and he's gutted to obviously have lost to his old teammates. He played there for the best part of a decade, played in the Euro Hockey League for them, so that's he'll be feeling it. But he was very proud. Some of the words he said at the end of the game just sort of demonstrated how far he realises this squad has come. Yeah, there were a number of players there that played very, very well. Tom House, last couple of weeks has been excellent. Scored again today, set up a stroke. But it would be unfair to name just one or two, because actually I think everybody put an absolute shift in, and there's nobody there that I thought that they had a shocker. So yeah, long may that continue.
Excellent. Okay then, well, an unfortunate loss today, but let's hope for more victories again in the future. Good luck. Thank you very much. Might be back tomorrow with the ladies' ones after Belper. Other than that, we'll see you in a few weeks. Cheers. Bye.